Hey y'all, I wanted to cover something a little different today. Now y'all know me and tutorials do not work out usually. So if you're seeing this video, then I have somewhat figured this out. Um, but y'all, I'm seeing so much disaster right now with everybody making those hexagon cardigans, and it just breaks my heart. You already know this. We go through this almost all the time. So I wanted to show you how to fix that problem. It is not the magic circle's fault. It's not that at all. Now I have a lot of ends because this yarn is a vintage yarn, and so I'm finding a lot of breaks in the middle of the yarn, and I refuse to leave that in. I cut it every time. So you'll see with this one, it is a hot mess tail mess. Okay, I do not put knots in the back of my work. I do not join yarn like that. I join the yarn and leave the tails. So here, okay, if y'all watch any part of this video, this right here is your, it's the epic center of the where things go wrong every time. Now there is a lot of crochet teachers out there teaching that once you, because I started over here, once you carry that tail and crochet over it, that you could just pull a snippety snip. I am begging you to not do that. Please do not snippety snip. These teachers doing this need to be stopped, but it is what it is. You've got to bury those ends. My YouTube reminded me yesterday that I celebrated 13 years on YouTube. I've been crocheting that long. I'm pretty sure I've never had anything come apart. I've not had any of my customers come and say, hey, this fell apart. Okay? You just got to really focus right here. I beg you. Okay. See how I've got this bad boy cinched up? Now, the other trick to this, you pull this too tight, this is going to snap. So try to get to the base as far as you can and just keep pulling a little at a time till it's cinched up really nice and tight. Okay? Mine is about as tight as it'll go. I still see some light through it, but honestly, I don't care. It's fine. I think my camera's moving, and I'm sorry. I've got it perked up really differently. Okay, so I used to use really sharp embroidery needles because it really helps you get into the fibers. Blunt tip needles on this stuff is not your friend. I hate to say that because I know everybody uses blunt tips. But let me show you a little something. I made this. This is my needle book. Don't look at the side because I had a boo-boo. But I'm talking, this is what kind I was using. The sharp stuff. It's with big I. That way I didn't have to deal with, not being able to thread the thingy. But recently I heard somebody talking about these bent tips. I got these for my Centro knitting machine because it's supposed to help with that. So I found these on Temu, and I found a whole vial of them, and they're aluminum. So I've had nothing but really good luck with them, and I would put my stamp of approval on them. So how I thread the needle, the easiest way, because a lot of teachers will teach you, oh, get in there and just rub. Yeah, you could do that, but I do it this way. I hold it like this, come up, bend it over, slide that out, and you have that right there. Push in. every time. That's what works for me every single time. All right, so let me, okay, you see this? I am not going to talk, really. I just want you to focus. Maybe I'll have to talk because I need to explain. But I grab and go through a big chunk like that. Okay? And then I pull up. And again, I do some more tightening without snapping this. Because I know it's a vintage yarn, I am a little less pulley with it, but still firm. Now, for me, I will go up, down, up, and then back down this one. I want to say that works. That really works for me. Now, if I'm doing something like this where the magic circle could be an iffy situation, then let me see. Let me just feel it. But I'm just going, sorry. This is trying to do this. Okay, so where'd I go down? That one. So I'm going to go back up here. And see how I just wiggle? And get in. It doesn't get in quite all those fibers like my sharp one does. I think if they did a bent tip sharp, that would be the best. And then I'm going to go back down. Like I said, I'm not a big name YouTuber. I don't have the fancy equipment, but I'm hope this is reaching to you because I'm a visual person. I need to see it. So I came up here, went back down. I'm going to go back up right here. Okay? And I came undone. But that's okay. Just quickly rethread it. Okay, so now I want to go back down this one I came in, because that really helps lock it. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to do a chunk again. Now at this time, I'm 100% sure that's going to stay put. Okay? If you feel like that's not going to work for you, you can take these next 3 stitches and go up, and down again, if you've got enough. The key to this is leaving long tails. I leave long tails on a very big purpose for that. I feel secure enough that that is not going anywhere. And what I do, I don't clip it too close. Let me show you. I take scissor fobs, sometimes get in the way. Let me show you on this level. It's hard to kind of look at a camera and do it at the same time. I kind of keep it out about right here. Because when the recipient that you're making this for washes it, it will snug back into itself. So you might be freaking out a little bit. Oh my gosh, there's something sticking out. Well, that's fine. Because when it's washed, it's going to tuck itself back in. And that's okay. Now, where I go from here is I go to the next one that goes right here. So let me do one that's not a middle to show you what I do for the for not middles. So this one is coming out right here. So what I want to do is go down, and like I said, I just kind of want to pick it up, because if like the blunt tip people, like these are blunt tip to be honest, but they are kind of a little bit of point. If you just shove it in there straight up, let me do that. Okay, you go. I gotta teach myself not to weave real quick. Okay, you pull that straight up, not a bob or nothing, right? Okay, that's where I went in on this. Uh-oh. Wait, maybe that wasn't right. Where'd it go? Oh, here, right. Hold on. Did I actually manage to do this? Hold on. I might have actually done something good here. Okay, there it is. It was right there. If you do not weave just a little bit, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be able to take it straight out. And you don't want that to happen. You've got to get some traction in there and get in there and do some weaving. So, yep. Okay, so now we're back on track. Now I will go down here and go over just a little like that. See? Now I'm comfortable with that. This is not a magic circle. This is just a granny stitch. Well, it's a double crochet. So I'm confident in this. With double crochet, I will go up, or down, up, down. I try to trim it and leave it in a down position. I don't know why I do that. I just do. So let me clip this one. I may have to take my scissor fob off of these because I can't seem to cut with them on. I love my scissor fobs. They're cute as buttons, but sometimes they're a pain in my tuchus. So you see this one is left. Again, once they put it in the washer, it'll tuck itself in and have that extra layer of security. So anyway, I know it's kind of a long video, and I hope I was able to show you a little something. Because if you, like I said, if you're watching a teacher, and they may be really good teachers, there is some amazing teachers out there on YouTube. But if they are teaching you to just crochet over your end and then do a little snippety snip, y'all are going to be so upset when everything falls to pieces after a wash. Y'all are just going to be heartbroken. And if you're spending hours and hours and days, even months on a project, and then it all falls apart, that is heartbreaking. I couldn't imagine going through that. I just couldn't. So I just hope you can learn to do something. And crochet, there's no rules. There's absolutely no rules. None. At the end of the day, you get to where you're going however you need to go get there. Does that make sense? I one of those that I do it however I need to make sense in my head. So, you know, if something different works for you in Magic Circle, then by all means, then please do that. I'm not saying this is the hard and fast rule. I'm just saying this is one example of how to do it securely. Just one of many, many examples out there. I wish you all the best in your stitching. Take care and have a wonderful day.